Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about things to pack when you're coming to Australia. Majorly for ladies, because because I'm a lady, I'll talk more about the ladies, what to pack when coming to Australia, especially as an international student. There are a couple of things to consider. When you're moving to Australia, you have to consider which months you're moving to Australia and especially which season of the year. Now, again, something else you need to consider is this. If you have money to buy clothes in Australia, you don't need to pack too much. But if you don't have money to come and buy new clothes here in Australia, this video will be very, very helpful to you. Because when you're trying to settle, you don't want to spend a lot of money trying to buy clothes. You want to come and have your own things to use before you even get a job, before you even settle. So if you're coming between December and February, you're coming when it's summer. So you need to pack more summer clothes, which are lighter clothes. You don't need to pack too much of heavy clothes. If you're coming between March and May, you need to pack more of autumn, which is the months between the summer and the winter. So at the end of autumn, it's a bit cold, and at the beginning of autumn is a bit warm. So you need to balance. When you're coming between June and August, you're coming when it's winter, when it's really freezing and really cold. So you need to pack more layers or more jackets or more warmer clothes. And then when you're coming between September and November, it's spring. Again, it's between the winter and summer. So at the beginning, again, it's a bit warmer, colder, and then at the end, it's a bit warmer. So at least you need to balance. But again, I would say just try and balance and bring warmer clothes and also bring colder clothes for the cold season, just in case by the time the other season comes in, if you don't have money to buy new clothes, at least you have some in stock for you. Depending on the planes you're going or on the airline you're going to use, most airlines will give you about, for example, the airline I came with, I was given about 2 bags of 23 kilos and one bag which is carry-on, which was 7 kilos. So all these bags, you need to pack different things in these bags. For example, we are going to start with the carry-on, which is this kind of a bag, a small one, just a small one, and it needs to be 7 kilos for most airlines. Now, in the carry-on bag, we are going to put our very, very important stuff. For example, what we are going to put is educational or academic documents. In the documents, you'll have things like passport. You have to bring visas, should be there. Your vaccination records. You need to bring the yellow card, whereby you've done your yellow fever. The yellow card, the yellow card. I'll show you how the yellow card looks like. I believe I have mine here somewhere here. I'm going to show you, because it is very important when you're coming to Australia to have that card, and you need to have had that injection when coming to Australia. So here it looks like this. So make sure you have your yellow card together with you. Okay, that one goes there. The other thing you have is your driver's license, should be there in your, and it is important if you have one document where one folder for all your documents, all your paper documents. Then here you might have to put the airline or the air tickets, or rather I would say this, things like the passport, the airline tickets, and the visa, just put it in a different folder, because you're going to be asked for that folder more often. And then the rest of the documents, like the educational documents, the driver's license, the medical records, those ones will go in a different folder, and then it goes in that suitcase. The next thing we are going to have is your electronic gadgets, depending on what gadget you have. For me, I came with my laptop. If you have your tablets or your iPads, you might need also to put it in in your carry-on bag, because you avoid putting it in the large bag because of movements, and then they might break, you don't know. But for me, that is where I would put my laptop. The other thing you want to have with you as a lady when you're traveling, because when you're coming to Australia, most of the time it's a long journey. You want to have your toiletries with you, like toothbrush and toothpaste, just in case you have a long layover and you need to freshen up, of course. So have yourself such toiletries, have yourself some pads. Things happen on the way. Have yourself some pads, or even a bigger pack, depending on your preference. For me, I'll just take a few. Then have yourself a towel just to freshen up again during the layover. Have yourself some pajamas in that suitcase. Carry for yourself a purse whereby you put all your bank cards, your driver's license. If it's the small one, it will go there. Your medical card, if you have it, or whatever small documents you have, or if you have money as well, you can put it in your purse, and this one will go with you in the plane. The other thing you need to bring with you is, if you're a Christian like me, for me, when I was coming, I brought my Bible from Africa. So for me, when I was coming, I brought my Bible with me. So if you are like me, you may need to put your Bible in the carry-on, because of course you need to connect with the Creator during the journey. If you're like me, not everyone is like me. Another thing you might want to put in your carry-on bag is your makeup. If you're a makeup person, not necessary. It's not necessary that you bring your makeup. But if you're a makeup person, you might as well need to bring your makeup, because before you get used to the makeups here, the shades, it might be difficult to get your appropriate shade. But then with time, you of course you'll get your own shade, because the black women, we tend to struggle a lot with our shades. But then your makeup, your lippies, your makeup brushes, this is another important thing that I want to mention. Universal adapter. When, for example, when you're coming from Kenya, the pots, these things, they are not the same. So you might want to bring this, especially because this is universal. Even in the airport, you might need to use this for you to charge your electronic gadgets. If you go to the airport with your normal chargers, they might not work. So get yourself this. Make sure to bring this. This was very hard for me. I didn't know I needed one, and I struggled a lot. I had to ask for people for chargers in the airport, and it was embarrassing, kind of embarrassing. But then just get yourself this one before you travel. You may also consider adding more toiletries, like lotion, perfume or spray, and maybe roll-on, just to freshen up on your way. And then this, so far for me, this is what I would pack here, but I would still add some more clothes here so that I can get to 7 kilos. So if this is not 7 kilos just yet, I would add more clothes here. Now I'm going to talk about what to pack in the larger bag, or the bags that go in the plane. So let's do this. Goes in the aeroplane or the plane. Moving on, I'm going to show you a few things that I would recommend you pack. Number one, for women of color, for those of us who have had or very coarse horse hair, I would recommend you bring yourself or carry for yourself this kind of blow dry, the one that has this, because here you're not going to get this, trust you me, and you're going to struggle a lot for you to blow dry your hair. The same thing, the adapter that you will bring together with you is going to serve this purpose, because this one is not going to be used on the normal pots here. So Your universal adapter is going to get a job here. Make sure you bring this. Make sure you bring one that is the best, because you're going to use it for long. You may not get anyone to borrow unless when you make friends, but it is good if you have one for yourself. The other thing you might consider bringing again for the hair is bring hair extensions. You might consider bringing a wig, some weaves, or hair braids. Also, consider bringing some hair products like oil or hair spray if you've got some. Consider bringing maybe a shampoo, although you will get here, but then before you acclimatize yourself with the area and the shops, you might need to have yourself a shampoo or a shampoo and a conditioner. Just bring the small bottles. Don't bring too much, because after some time you'll get to know where to get some. The other thing I would like us to go now is on the part of the clothing. You might need to bring some light jackets like these ones. Maybe two or three. You might need to have varieties, because sometimes here it gets quite chilly. It might be summer, but it gets chilly sometimes, especially during the night. And maybe you want to go out, or maybe you even in the house or wherever, and it gets really chilly. You might need to layer up. Another cool thing I would recommend is you get yourself a cool leather jacket or a fancy one for that case, because for going out, of course, I tend to see these ones being very common, like they are quite fancy. I like them. So if you have one, it's not a must, but just bring yourself a jacket, a cool one, and again, also get yourself a heavy jacket because of the cold seasons. You might also need to get a knitted sweaters if you get maybe one or two, just because again sometimes it gets so cold and you want to wear something warmer inside, and then you put on your jacket. Also get yourself some ragged jeans, because Australia, you need jeans. You need some jeans. It doesn't need to be ragged, but I prefer to get some ragged jeans. They look fancy. They look quite fancy here, and people like them. They are popular. So you might get yourself maybe two or three, depending with your weight, the weight that you've been given by the airline. Again, you might need to get yourself some swimmers or bathers. Australia is very good with beaches. We have very beautiful beaches. So when it's summer, it's time to go and have some time play with the water. So get yourself some swimmers for that purpose. You might also need to get yourself, if you're a person who likes exercising or jogging, going to the gym, get yourself some outfits for the gym wear rather. Just get a pair or two. That will come in handy, because in Australia there's a culture of keeping healthy by maybe running, going to the gym. It's a popular culture out here, so you might as well want to keep up. The other thing you might consider bringing in some t-shirts. You might bring t-shirts, different colors, because maybe going to shifts, people tend to go to work with just casually, depending on the work you're doing. But these will come in handy for you. You might need to get some few dresses. Now, I would say get yourself maybe one or two official dresses, depending on what official is to you. For me, this is official, and that will differ from person to person. Get yourself maybe one or two. Get yourself some few casual dresses as well. You might need some fancy dresses to go to church. You might need some fancy dresses to go to for drinks or wherever people wear dresses going for dinner, breakfast. Here people like to wear very classy. So get yourself some different kind of dresses, two or three. depending with the weight as well. You might also get yourself some very classic and casual dresses. Also, get yourself some sleeveless tops or vests because of summer as well. Summer here gets too hot. It is extremely hot when it is summer. So these ones will come in handy for you. When it is extremely hot, you don't want to be wearing too much clothes. Also, consider getting yourself some beautiful leggings. Australia, we wear leggings to work, we wear leggings to the gym. It's a culture here that people wear leggings going anywhere, even for walks, for drinks. We can wear leggings. That's a cool thing. That's a culture shock I found here. So you might as well get yourself maybe 2 or 3 leggings, depending if you like them or not. It's not a must, it's your preference as well. You might also need to get yourself a sweatpants if you wear sweatpants because of the cold seasons. The other thing I haven't mentioned here, I have a list. You might get yourself some thermals, the t-shirts and tights that are warm, because sometimes if you work, especially night shifts, if you get a job and you're working night shift, it gets extremely cold. So you might need to get yourself those ones, and it's not a must. If you don't get them, that's cool. You might consider getting yourself a scarf because of the winter also, depending on where you're working, depending on how you can cope with cold. Just, it's good to know your body. So if you need extra scarf, just bring one for yourself or 2. Another thing, let's go to shoes. I haven't brought my shoes here, but I'm just going to explain. You might consider bringing some sneakers. Sneakers is a thing in Australia. We all wear sneakers, and most of us, when we came to Australia, we were not wearing sneakers. But I'm telling you, sneakers is a thing. So if you've got some sneakers and classy sneakers, or whatever kind of sneakers you've got, that will come in handy. We wear sneakers going to church, going to work, going wherever. Also, you might get yourself some thongs, like the slippers. Now, slippers will mean something else to Australians, but slippers, I'm going to put a photo of what I mean. Then you might as well need to get yourself some open flat shoes. For summer seasons, we don't want to wear sneakers during summer because it's so hot. We want to be our feet to also breathe. You might consider also bringing heels if you're a heel person. If you wear high heels, get yourself a pair or 2, and that is going to come in handy for you. So guys, I'm going to leave at that. Let's continue this conversation on the comment section. If you think there's something I've left that is very vital or important, just add it on the comment section. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about this video. Thank you so much for support. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, kindly guys, I wish that you would consider subscribing today. Leave a comment, put a thumbs up, put the notification bell on so that all the time I post a video, you'll be among the first people to watch the video. And because we are going to the end of the year, I wish you all the best, and I wish you a happy 2023, a year full of blessings, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.